Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Dice Masters with James and Zach. I'm Zach.
And I'm James. Hello.
This time we are playing some Hal Jordan teams courtesy of the Canucks up at DM North. So if you haven't been following Matt, and you have to say his name because I always do it badly.
Laurier.
There it is. Some Canadian Dice Masters players are on the website dm-north.com, where they do all kinds of really interesting team analyses, and they've been trying to make a good resource for Canadian players. And they started a contest recently where people submitted teams with a specific theme, and this month it was Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern. So lots of people submitted teams with Hal Jordan in them, and they selected two of them. We are going to test them against each other today and submit our findings, and the winner will be announced at dmnorth.com later this week. So starting us off, I have this team submitted by Paul. It uses both Green Lantern Hal Jordan and Hal Jordan Green Lantern, mostly I think for the memes there, and they have the same die, although this one's clear. But Hal Jordan Green Lantern for More of Light has a global about spinning villains up and down. And so we have a team focused on villains here. So I've got Black Manta, Deep Sea Deviant, which is when one of my villains is KO'd, I get to deal damage to James in this case, based on how many villains I have in play. And then I can use Danger Room to make everything a villain, including sidekicks and everything. Also, the global lets me ping villains off. I've got Lantern Power Ring, which lets me turn opposing characters into villains, but I can also use it to deal James damage for each opposing villain in play and force him to have villains, which is a nice little combo there. I've also got Mr. Sinister. So if I KO a villain, either mine or James's, I get to deal him a damage. And then there's a nice global there to both of us make a character take 3 damage. So I can use it to KO villains as well. Batman Crime Fighter, mostly there because of his global, which lets me KO villains unless James pays life. And then Iron Man gets +1 for each opposing villain and also has a villain maker on him. Both my actions also have villain makers using different energy types. So if I can force James to have villains in the field, or he just fields them for me, I can hopefully do a lot of direct damage that way. And I think that's the strategy here.
Right, and I've got Hal Jordan Fearless, which is, I think, my favourite Hal Jordan. When fielded, deal damage equal to Hal Jordan's attack to a target villain character, which has been paired. Sorry, this is from Steve. Thank you, Steve. And this has been paired nicely with Jocasta, who the first time each turn she would be dealt damage. That damage is instead dealt to my opponent. So I field Hal Jordan, dealing his attack in damage to Jocasta, and that is reflected to Zach, dealing him direct damage. That's basically it. I've got Cosmic Cube to pump that. Who doesn't want a bit of Cosmic Cube? I've got some control, which Zach doesn't, but he's got lots of globals for pinging out villains, so I think it's fair enough. But I've got Shriek, and I've got Oracle, which will reduce. He has to pay an extra to use globals. I've got Ramp in the form of Blue Eyes White Dragon, which says, if you don't know, pay a bolt. It's been a while, hasn't it? Maybe you don't know. Pay a bolt and knock out one of your monsters to reduce the cost of the next die you buy by 2 energy. So it's like a what's that new one with the elf? What's that elf one?
Malekith.
It's like a better Malekith because it doesn't have to be action die. And Resurrection, we probably know that. And then I've got Twinger, which I suppose is either Ramp or Cheap Bolts or fodder for Blue Eyes. And True Believer, I'm assuming it's there for the action, but I think it would be too late. It says target character gets +2 attack and defense until the end of turn, but I assume by character it means die, and I think that would be too late for when Hal Jordan is triggered. And Flying Card does something similar. And I think that's it. Pretty happy with this. Seems good.
All right. Yeah, I'm a little worried about that perfect Orbital counter for that. I think that Matt and Laurier have set us up pretty well here. You've got a couple things that will help me, and I've got a couple things that will help you. Anyway, action or energy here?
Action, please, Zach.
And it's energy.
Very consistent.
Yeah, right. I think I'm going to go first. I've got a nice 3 cost, and maybe I can blue eye something. I don't know. Good luck, James.
Good luck to you.
All right. Well, I can buy Black Manta. There's no energy fixer, so I'm really wary about re-rolling. Although if I got a sidekick, I suppose I could just blue eyes it. Ugh, I'm tempted to try that, but I think I'm just going to go for the safer play and buy Black Manta. Pass turn.
Right. Okay. Oh, I have got a sidekick, but nothing to bloody KO it with. Let's re-roll those. Oh, 2 sidekicks. Lovely. That's all right. I'm going to buy Shriek, and I'll defend myself in the sense that it's one of my cheaper characters. I don't really have very much cheap ones.
How are you going to buy?
I'm going to KO that. It'll cost less.
You another bolt.
Oh no! Buttocks. Zach's quite right. I'm going to buy absolutely nothing. No, what can I buy then?
You buy Twingo.
Yay. I don't have.
No, I mean you could KO a sidekick to make her a 1 cost, but then you would still need to be a bolt.
Yes, you're quite right. Oh, buttocks. What are your basic actions? They're not going to help me much, are they?
Takedown and Pandora's Box.
I was all set on buying Shriek, and I had my excuse already. Well at least
by Cube already.
I don't need an excuse anymore. I suppose I'll buy Twingo.
You could buy a Cosmic Cube if you wanted just bolts.
It might be good to. What do I buy for 3 if I knock something out? Or for 2? Sorry, 2. No, for 3. 3 and a fist.
No, I think you save it till next turn and you try to buy Jocasta or something.
Literally nothing. I'm going to have one of those. Okay, I'll just have one of those. Pass turn.
All right. Ooh. Well, I like that quite a lot, actually. So if I do that, the next die is 2 less. So I couldn't buy Mr. Sinister, which is too bad. Or Green Lantern. I could buy Lantern Power Ring, which I'm definitely going to want eventually. Or I could just field that by Danger Room and then Resurrect, and then I could try and buy something like Mr. Sinister next turn. That's probably a better call, actually. Let's do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to field that. I'm going to pay 2 for Danger Room. I'm going to pay 1 to Resurrect. And now my bag is empty, so all of this goes in. Got to remember that you don't actually have to KO the thing that you fielded this turn. All right, ooh, Black Manta's coming out next turn. I'm going to pass priority.
I've got nothing. Well, I've got fist. What am I going to do with that?
Well, I do have this Batman Fist Global, but I don't have any villains. Neither do you. So
okay.
All right, I'll pass turn.
All right. Okie dokie. Pig in a pokey. What do we want? We want bolts. I was just saying the other day, I never have any trouble rolling bolts of all the things. Ooh, look at that. That's okay, but actually, I'd still like another bolt. You bought Manta already, didn't you?
He's in my prep area already.
Yeah, lovely. Yeah. Well, I've missed 1 control. This would be a nice shield for Resurrection, so I can prep, so I can reset my bag, and this could be for Blue Eyes, so I can make something cheaper. So I could buy Oracle, for example. I'd quite like Jocasta as well, though. I don't really want to roll another sidekick, that would be annoying. Oracle's decent control. It's not really progressing my win condition much. Do I chance re-rolling those? Or do I just buy Shriek? I could just buy Shriek and reset my bag.
We've gotten used to having energy fixers and parallax and stuff. It feels like you're playing without a safety net when you don't have any of this.
I'm walking a tightrope.
Yeah, you really don't want to have the chance of having a sidekick roll. It's nice having that backup of the energy fixer.
What are you doing? So what you've bought Manta and something else.
Danger Room.
Danger Room. Lovely. I haven't played with Oracle for the longest time, so I'm going to buy Oracle. I'm going to KO that. Buy Oracle for 2. And Resurrect.
Yeah, Oracle was a pretty big staple for a while.
I could have bought Shriek, but I mean Oracle. I probably
Yeah.
screwed my bag management up
I,
already.
when you're playing against a team that has 8 globals, I feel like Oracle's a safe bet.
Yeah, pass turn.
All right. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well, we could get some damage in this turn. Let's see what happens. Ooh, that could work. Although we definitely need black mana to come up. If black mana doesn't come up, or I just leave it like it is, I could buy Mr. Sinister or Green Lantern this turn, which is kind of helpful. But then Danger Room isn't really doing me anything. So I either keep Danger Room and reroll this, or I keep this and I reroll Danger Room. I guess it's 50-50 either way. Let's try and get black mana in the field. Ugh, of course. And now I can't even buy Mr. Sinister or Green Lantern.
Oh dear.
Ugh, just the worst possible outcome here. Because I could have KO'd and then I would have had 3 energy and I could have bought a 5 cost then. Oh, this is dumb. So yeah, Danger Room doesn't really help me at all unless you had something really good in the field.
You bought Danger Room because you wanted to make your sidekicks into villains.
Well, and then the combo with Danger Room and Lantern Power Ring, I wanted to get it out so I could do it anyway. That's really annoying. Makes me wish I'd reroll Danger Room instead.
What does Lantern Power Ring do again?
Deals you a damage for each opposing villain in play. Also, with a double burst, it deals that much damage to each villain.
But they would have to coincide. It's not continuous.
Yes, no, it's true.
Okay.
Although you do have, I guess you just have the one. No, you have 2 villains with Shriek, I guess. Well, that sort of ruins all my plans. I was hoping for either a character face or double energy again.
I bought neither of the things I intended to buy in the first 2 turns.
Yeah, right. I was following Paul's plan so exactly too. Okay, what am I going to do here? I could buy Lantern Power Ring.
Do it.
I think I'm going to do something weird. I'm gonna resurrect. So I've got 1 more die in here. And then I'm going to KO a sidekick using the Blue Eyes Global. And I'm going to pay 1 for a takedown because that can remove Oracle for me. Oh, not over there. Sorry. And then I guess I'll make everything villain just for fun of it. But then at the end of the turn, I'm just going to pass turn.
Okay. Did I pick Oracle out of my bag when I resurrected? I wasn't even paying attention. Apparently I did.
Yeah.
I didn't accidentally do a rip hunter.
Well, you only had 4 dice in your bag anyway, so it seems like you're fine.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I always feel like that draw doesn't really matter because you're just going to get them anyway.
Yeah, look at this. Woo.
Oh, wow, all characters too.
And it's level 1. So I could theoretically swarm, although I probably want the bolts more than anything. Or I could knock it out for Blue Eyes, even better. How much damage does takedown do?
4.
Yeah.
Sorry, if it's a villain. It only deals 2 if it's a non-shield character.
Not a villain. Excellent.
It is not a villain. Not a villain yet.
Oh, that's true. So we'd probably fill those, and we could. I'm short on bolts again. That could reroll that, but I'm not going to. I could knock that out, make something cheaper. Do I need to make something cheaper? Maybe not. I could just buy Shriek. So I'm still scared of Manta. Okay, so we fill those. I don't want to take too long. I'll fill those. Either I knock out. I could knock out Schwinger because I'm not going to swarm off it. I don't think. Although, I could, in fact. Or I could knock out my sidekick, and I could make something cheaper, and I could buy Jocasta, and then my bag's got 3 in it. Yeah, that's not ideal. Or I could buy Shriek and Resurrect, and then my bag would have 2 in it. Oh, I don't know. I think I want characters in the field rather than knocking things out, actually. because that means things come around more quickly, right? Mind you, I could do with buying the win con and all. So, tell you what I'll do. I'll buy a Shriek and a Twinger. I don't usually use Swarm. And he's level 1, so he doesn't have to attack. It, she, he, I don't know what it is. Pass turn. Or pass priority, enter.
Alright. Bag is empty, so we're going to refill it again. It feels nice having Blue Eyes back.
Cost you 2, though.
It is going to cost me 2, you're right. Yeah. Alright. Well, I got black mana back, but nothing else good. There's black mana. Where were you when I needed you, buddy? So Blue Eyes isn't really worth it anymore unless I need to KO something. I think I'm going to go with this. I'm going to pay 1. I'm going to field these. I'll field black mana for 1, and then I'm going to buy another Danger Room because it seems to be important for my win condition here.
Okay.
And then we'll pass turn.
No, 3 out. Bag refill. My bag management's shot to pieces. I really must practice it. Next time we're going to get various things. I think. See, like Blue Eyes is great, but if you don't have to do it, it's quite nice to leave things in the field so they don't have to go through your bag again. All things considered.
Mm-hmm.
I could go with a massive ramp, massive swarm approach, or I could buy Jocasta, my win condition. I should probably get on with it. Do some damage. What's coming out next time? In my bag I have 5, including 1 possible swarm. Maybe it would be good to... damn it. Okay, let's try something. KO that. No, that's not bloody work, is it? I can't buy the Twinger. I've done that. Excuse me. I will just... what will I do?
You gotta buy Jocasta, right?
I mean, I should buy Jocasta, but that will be a bit slow because there's 5 dice in my bag, and that will mean I can't resurrect. I could resurrect, meaning there's 4 in my bag, and then buy 2 Twinger, but that will slow me. Okay, I'll just buy Jocasta and shut up. Okay, pass turn to you.
All right. Just got 4 here. So we've got the ability to Danger Room and Takedown. We'll see what happens. Close. I have no bolts. I need bolts for Mr. Sinister. I need masks for Green Lantern. I'm in the situation once again where if this doesn't roll, then I am basically sunk. I think I'm going to roll all of these because I need some different energy types if that doesn't come up. Actually, I think I need them even if it does come up. Of course. Okay, that's not so bad. What do I do with these 3 energy? Yeah, 3 energy is kind of a tough spot. All right. I'm going to use Danger Room, so everything is a villain. Your Oracle, I believe, is level 2.
Correct.
Oh, but I have to spend 2, don't I?
Yeah. So if you knocked out one of your sidekicks, that's level 1, right? Unless I pay 2 life, that would do...
Yeah, it's going to cost me my whole turn, basically.
Yeah, but that would do 2 damage to me. 1 for Manta, 1 for sidekick.
Yep.
Villain.
Yeah. So I'm going to do that. Either you pay 2 life and my sidekick stays, or I KO it and you take 2 damage.
Oh, I think you might as well KO it.
Right. So finally, first blood.
Right.
You're down to 18. And now I've got 2 generic energy that I can't do. Actually, isn't True Believer a 2 cost?
There's 2 masks. That'll cost you 3.
No, the action
Oh, the
itself.
action. Sorry. Yes, it
It's
is.
just cut off for me. So that's just a +2/+1. It's not so bad. I don't think I need it though. Just gonna clog my bag. All right, I'll just pass priority, pass turn.
Okay. 4 out. We're hoping for a swarm here. Oh, yes, we did get it. Look. Swarm. I never swarm. I don't think I've swarmed on camera. There we go.
There you go.
Ew, hello. And 2 bolts is lovely. I'll go with that. I'll live with that. That'll be all right. Ooh, this is okay. I should be able to do something with this. I need to get Hal Jordan to actually get the win con, but I don't think. Oh, maybe. I like sidekicks. They're always good, aren't they? Okay, so I'm going to fill that. I'm going to resurrect because I really want to reset my bag while it's empty. That would be a good thing. I could swarm some more, or I could try and reroll those for get a mask for Hal Jordan. That should be a good thing. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I like sidekicks. I'm reluctant to get rid of them, but I'll do it. I did get a mask. So I'll fill that, blanking Manta.
Mm-hmm.
I will ping the sidekick, I guess. So the next die costs 2 less. I will buy Hal Jordan for 2. And I will resurrect. Or shall I buy Twinger first? That just gives me more dice in my bag, but it does mean I might swarm. With a bolt I could knock stuff out, but I'm just going to buy Twinger because I'm enjoying swarming.
Hope you don't draw, Twig.
That's bad.
Well, then you gotta save prep and you
Yeah,
don't
I
swarm.
see it. Yeah, I didn't. There we go. Right, so I've got control in place. I've got my win con in my bag. Pass turn.
Yeah, you got a pretty good setup here. I can't do anything with 2 generic. All right. Well, I really should have bought Lantern Power Ring, I think, last turn. And I think you probably should have just paid the 2 light and kept me from having extra dice.
No,
See what happens. 1,
Didn't think
2,
of
3, 4. Oh, same dice as last time. Well, Danger Room is really consistent at rolling, but the other stuff I need with it, terrible.
Does that die actually have different sides?
Yeah, I'm not messing around. It's not a surprise Danger Room. I'm tempted to just just pay the 4 and buy Lantern Power Ring, but that means this is basically useless. Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll this sidekick, I think. Yeah, why not? If I get a bolt, then I'll buy Mr. Sinister. Nope. All right. Okay, I'm gonna pay 4. I'm gonna buy a Lantern Power Ring. I'm gonna resurrect for a shield. Oh no, I can't.
No? No, you can't.
Stupid Oracle. All right. Well, I'm gonna use Danger Room. Pass priority.
I've got nothing.
I'm gonna attack with a sidekick.
Ooh. Ooh. And do what with that? I'll lay it through.
Okay. So you're gonna go down 1 more.
Oh, okay.
Pass turn.
Okie dokie. Right, now, more swarm, please.
That's what I need True Believer for.
No swarm, but ooh, win con.
Yeah.
Got to roll it though. Oh, I did though. Look at that.
Oh my god, everything comes up first time.
Level
What
6.
is this?
It's on a 6 attack and all.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, that's going to hurt you big time.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh. Right, what else do I need apart from... Okay, resurrection might be good because the bag's bit chocolate. Aha, no. But I've got a Schwinger in there. Can I do any other clever things? You've got so many globals, I don't even know where to start. I could spin him up, but he's on his top level. I could spin her up. What does that cost me?
A bolt.
I don't have a bolt. Okay, so I could reroll for bolts. I can keep 2 bolts for next turn to do Mr. just to be annoying.
Yep.
No. Well, I don't really need. What do I need? I don't really want to. I could resurrect, but I'll probably just pull the Schwinger because there's only 2 dice in there. I could, if I get bolts, I could buy a Schwinger, and obviously I'm going to need to field. I don't know what energy I want at all. Ooh. Well, I probably want Cosmic Cube, don't I? So, I don't really want any of those energy types particularly. I want to leave myself 2 because I really don't want to put myself in a position where I can't field things. That would be stupid. All right. Oh my god. Not quite what I expected. I think I'll probably just field them, right? So I'll field those for 1. And then I'll field Hal for 1, which does his damage to my target villain, which is Jocasta, but it doesn't do it to her because it says if it would be dealt to her, and it's reflected to you for 6 damage. Is that right?
Yep.
So you go down to 14.
Oh man, beginning of the end here.
And then you've got 2 characters. I've got lots of stuff there. I've got Schwinger. Schwinger's dead confusing. They should stop making white and black dice. Never remember what that is. I will. I think I'll pass turn.
All right. God, this Oracle is single-handedly shutting me down. All right, 4 dice. Existed today. Not like incredibly helpful, but you know, still. Is your Jocasta at level 1?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm gonna reroll these guys. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and field these 2 sidekicks. I will pay a fist and another energy and KO Jocasta unless you pay 2 life.
I'll pay 2 life.
All right. 10 to 15. Don't even have to deal any damage. That's what I like about that. Pass turn.
Okay.
Man, this
Ooh,
so many combos with globals.
So I can take out 2 and another 1 from that swarmer. And now we want the other Schwinger. No. So, what can I usefully buy? I might just buy a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Only joke. Psychics will probably clear my bag out. Resurrection at this point, I don't care about swarming that much. Although there is one in there. But I want the energy and I want the churn. I could buy another Hal Jordan, couldn't I? Didn't think of that. Ooh, there's a mask there. And I could ping. Ooh, that's going to hurt you big time. Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah, that is going to hurt. So I should ping him out in order to buy another Hal Jordan for 2. nice if I could get a Cosmic Cube in rotation. I really wanted to pull. Oh no, two Hal Jordan's not actually going to help because it's only the first damage dealt to Jocasta. Although it is
Well, you're gonna,
double my chances of
yeah,
actually rolling a Hal
but
Jordan.
if you don't want them both in the same turn, but you still want both of them.
I wouldn't mind them honestly rolling both at the same time because I can quite imagine not rolling one of them.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Wouldn't be a bad thing necessarily. Oops, sorry for people who don't like knuckle cracking. There's a Twinger. I want to churn my dice slightly more than I have. There's 3 dice in there, including one of them. Oh, God, hurry up, do something. Okay, I want a Cosmic Cube. Definitely want a Cosmic Cube because that's fun. At least for me. So that would be that. And then I could get another Hal Jordan. I mean, what else am I going to buy, realistically? More cubes? More cubes. No, maybe just more cubes. I'll KO Hal Jordan. So I'll buy something cheap. I spend that down. Oops, that's still a bolt. I could buy another Hal Jordan for 2. And a Twinger. And oh, I could have done that thing with Mr. Rotten. What his name is? Mr. Nasty. Oh well. Yeah, probably should have done that. Oh, I'll pass turn. I'm probably not playing this optimally, but
Yeah, well,
I'm playing for fun.
you're already ahead. Let's see. I need some lantern powering. I think. One, two, three, 4. No, all right. Well, at least I can still do little bits of damage here and there. Oh, danger room. You didn't roll. I could buy Mr. Sinister. But I think I'd rather deal you some damage because I need to start doing more. If I dealt you some damage this turn, I actually would get a little bit ahead, I think. All right, I think I'll leave all the energy, though, because the energy seems fine. Oh, there we go. I'm going to end up with 1 useless energy again. You stupid Oracle. Yeah, okay. What's going to happen here? I think I'm going to use Danger Room. Everything's going to be a villain. So I'll use Blue Eyes to KO this, dealing you 2 damage.
Yeah.
And then for 1 energy, I think I'm just going to have to buy another takedown.
Yep.
That feels like it's the only thing I really can buy, but it does actually help me if it ever rolls. All right. We'll pass priority, pass turn.
Okay. I'm taking 3 out of the bag, one of which is a Twinger. Refill the bag, and I get to pull 2 more, right? We're hoping for 2 more Twinger, really. Oh, or a Cosmic Cube. I'll start with that. Cosmic Cube. That's right? Because I swarm 1, 5 dice. That's okay. Oof, nothing rolled. Except the Twinger, which we don't want. That's not good, is it? Bolts in general could be good. Oh, no. Bugger. Okay, I'll make the best of this. You've got no energy in reserve. So Mr. Sinister says,
I could have energy if I you didn't have Oracle.
oh wait, Black Mantis blanked, so you didn't do me that damage after all.
Oh, no, you're right. Oh, that probably would have changed my turn then.
I'm sorry.
Oh, well.
Can I go back to
I forgot
15?
about that.
I'm going back to 15, sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
which means that I can with impunity use Mr. Nasty's global on you. Yeah. uh, and I should. Okay, re-roll, so I can't do anything interesting. It's 2 bolts, which is a bit irritating. What do I do with 3 masks? What mask globals have you got? Fun stuff.
Villain makers.
Uh,
Two mask villain makers, just in case, I don't know, one of them got blanked or something.
that's super helpful. No. And Mr. Nasty's, each player chooses one of his character dice to take 3 damage. Alright. Oh, okay. We can do this. So I'm going to. Okay, I have to feel that anyway. Feel that. And I'm going to choose my Chwinger. I'm going to pay 2 bolts. No, sorry, I'm going to use the Cosmic Cube. I'm going to pay 2 bolts, so he takes 3 damage, gets knocked out. No, I'm not. That's stupid. So Jocasta takes 3 damage. Idiot. And
I have to KO one of my sidekicks. So I'm going to take, what? It's
Jo
5?
Jocasta will reflect that for 5.
Yeah, jeez.
0, 9. And I'm left with 2 masks. I don't know what I can do with those. How many characters have you got in the field? Just 1?
Just 2.
Just 2? I've got, if we take off the 2 highest, I don't have very good attacks actually.
No, you have like 1 attack or 0 with
Oh,
everything.
this one has to attack. This one has to attack.
Oh, yeah,
Not
yeah.
level 1.
And it's a 1/1.
Yeah, so he's attacking. I don't know what to do with that.
I guess I'll block with the sidekick. I need the ramp.
Right. Pass turn, I think.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Action dice galore. Ooh. I really need you to be a double burst, though. But still, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage to you. That's not bad. It feels like I'm keeping up, even though I'm not. If this was a double burst, it would KO everything in the field, which should probably benefit me the most. I don't really want to re-roll it and chance it, though. What am I going to do? I'm going to save this. I'm going to re-roll all of these. There we go. Whew, that's much better. Much better. All right, I'm going to field this sidekick. And then I'm going to make everything a villain.
Yep.
And then I'm going to deal you 1 damage for each villain you have in play.
That's 6.
Which is now 5.
Oh, is it different villains? Okay, 5.
Well, it says each opposing villain in play. It doesn't say villain die, so I'm going to go with the character ruling on that one.
Yeah, I should think it is. Okay,
so you go down to 10.
Okay, yep.
And then I'm going to use Takedown on Oracle because she's a villain now. She's going to take 4 damage.
Gotcha.
So then she'll get KO'd.
Yep.
If Lancer Ring's on a double burst phase, it also deals an equal amount of damage to each villain. So it would have dealt everything 5 damage.
Right, that's a good combo.
Yeah, it would have been pretty cool. Okay, I get to do whatever globals I want. Oh, that's so exciting. Okay, I'm going to pay a fist to KO Jocasta unless you pay 2 life.
Ooh, grody. I don't believe she'll roll back. I'm a little afraid. I'll take the damage, okay?
Okay.
It's a cheap 2 damage for a fist, isn't it?
It's 2, you're paying 2 life.
That's 2 life, yeah.
So you're down to 8, yeah. Tricky. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I need the blockers. You're gonna get Green Lantern next turn, so it's probably gonna be all over anyway. So we might as well do the damage while we can. Let's see. I can.
Manta's blanked still.
Yeah, I could get rid of your shriek, which is what I'm debating right now. Although I think if I need to survive next turn, I have to actually get rid of Jocasta. I probably could have used takedown on Jocasta, and it would have been a better call. But I really like being able to use globals.
I think she would have reflected. She would have reflected the damage from takedown. In fact.
Oh yeah, it's true. It's damage, not KO. All right. Well, we're gonna pay a fist to KO Jocasta unless you pay 2 life.
Ew.
Because it does not say once per turn.
Oh, Jesus! Oh, I don't like that much. Hmm. Hmm. I want Jocasta there, but she's level 1. Do I take it? I'm going to take it.
All right. So you're down to 6.
I should have spun her up long ago. I'm such a doofus.
Well, I could have spun her down with this.
Oh,
All right. So then for my last move, I will use this to use the Danger Room Global and ping off your now villainous Chwinga.
You evil thing.
I finally get to use globals. Going to do everything I can. All right. I'll pass priority.
Sorry, I've got masks which do very little.
Okay, and then I will pass turn.
Okay. No, I'm on 6. I don't like that. And I might not draw things, and I didn't.
Ooh.
You might win.
This is closer than I thought. I thought you were going to run away with it in the next 2 turns.
What is that? Oh, wait. No, I didn't draw a chamber. And it doesn't matter if I did anything.
Yeah, I got rid of your swarm there.
Oops, sorry, that was a fist. So we're going to have to fill those 3 on that. Whew. Don't like this much. Okay, we're going to fill that. We're going to have that in the field, but it has to attack.
That's a level 3 Oracle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of course.
I'll probably fill those. Yeah. Maybe this was for Chwinga after all. I've got it on your map.
If they have to swing constantly, that makes sense.
Yeah, once during your turn you may remove one of your characters, so I could remove the Chwinga and keep him there. Aha!
Yeah.
If I had 2 mats. But
yeah, if I could have kept black mana unblanked, maybe just attacking with sidekicks constantly that were villains, and then using True Believer.
Jesus, they were Chwinga. They were Chwinga. I didn't even know.
You didn't even know.
Bloody hell.
You got plenty of energy now.
Hang on. Wait a second. Okay. Bloody hell. So, for 1 energy, we'll fill those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, no, it's not good enough. This is 7, 8, and you've got 9 life. yeah, that'll work. Hang on. So did I pay? I span that down to pay the fielding cost for Chwinga. Right? And now you have to pay life unless you. Oh wait, that Manta's level what? Sorry.
He's level. Yeah, he's level 1 actually.
Lame. Yeah, you're gonna have to do that.
Okay, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, but you're gonna do the Mr. Sinister Global. I probably is the same either way, but I will pay the 2 life. So go down to 7.
That's that. 7. Then I do Mr. Sinister, and I reflect my character damage to Jocasta. That's 2.
Yeah, and then I kick this guy. Now you've got enough damage for.
So you're on 5, right?
4, I think, because it's 3 damage. 3 damage from Jocasta.
Mr. Sinister is 3. Jesus. Okay.
Yes, 3 damage. Yeah.
That's pretty brutal. Yeah. And then I'll just swing with everything. I'll pass priority and then swing.
Yeah. No, I could have blocked it if you didn't have those globals, which are my globals, to be fair. Oh man, but I have one psychic in the bag, so my best bet would have just been if I could just survive that turn. If I could have drawn Lantern Ring, then I probably could have won the game. Actually, I would have needed to draw Lantern Ring and Danger Room.
I only did one
Looks
Hal
like
Jordan
probably not.
trigger. One Hal Jordan trigger, and I didn't manage to combo him with Cube. Yeah,
Yeah, that's true. That is a good combo though. I do
you
like that.
you were hung by
I
your own
think that
global
that
combo.
Oracle was your MVP there. That when this team is all globals, and I feel like maybe I was playing it a little bit wrong, but I never had the energy because I was having to pay double, and I was always getting actions but not the other action. So I never had the energy to buy any of the 5 costs because
Yeah.
like Green Lantern. If you use an action and you attack with him, he deals 2 damage. So I could have been doing damage with that and forcing you to block and stuff. Or I could have bought Iron Man and attack with a giant Iron Man all the time and force you to deal with that. So that probably was the better way to go than to try to rely on combo. But I was just sort of hoping that I could take out your Oracle and then she wouldn't roll back, and then I would just get a couple turns where I could do what I wanted.
I'm pretty sure I didn't play it optimally either, but I think I had control, which makes the difference, doesn't it? Really?
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
I like this combo with Hal Jordan and Jocasta. If I would have, I'm sorry, Steve, that I didn't manage to use Cosmic Cube at the same time as Hal Jordan and Jocasta. That would have been
No, I hadn't realized about that combo. I think I might
good.
have to try that at like a local theme night or something. That seems really fun. Anyway, we will announce our winners at the article at dmnorth.com. So make sure you check them out to find out the actual winner of the contest for March and to find out what the theme for April will be. We hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye bye.